Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am 29 years old. In a couple months, I will finally be 30. And recently, in the past couple of years, I've been thinking about the past decade of my life and how I've spent it, my regrets, what I'm proud of. And I guess now that I'm turning 30, I just have a little bit more perspective on what's actually important in life versus what's not, what I could have done better at versus what I didn't do. And I do have some disappointments in myself, if I was being completely honest. I feel like I focused a little bit on the wrong things. I was focused more on how I was being perceived by others. I was focused more on being like young, wild, and free, which it's important to like let off steam. But I think that this happened because in my college years, I was more focused on school. I went to a commuter school, and so therefore I was always commuting. I was always doing schoolwork. I wasn't really around people my age all that much. And when I was working. So I was working constantly because that's where all my friends were. So I had a little bit of a different college experience than other people. And then I graduated college and then COVID hit. So we were still isolated and not really having that young, wild, free kind of life. When I was 25, I moved to Boston, and that's kind of when I decided to let loose a little bit more. I was going out more. I was more focused on my friends. I was not very career oriented, and I just feel like this kind of has set me back in a couple of ways. I feel like I didn't take chances in my career that I should have, and I just think that career is a big important part of life, and it's something that helps me feel truly fulfilled. I noticed that while in college, I was not really having as much like fun as other people, but I think I felt like a lot more fulfilled with my life overall. I felt really proud of myself. I felt like I was doing well every day. Whereas now I feel like what I probably should have felt when I was in college. Like, I feel like my life's a mess. I feel like a little disorganized. And I feel like I didn't really accomplish what I set out to accomplish. I feel like I also didn't have a plan. So I was going a little bit more with the flow than I should have been. I didn't really take the reins and direct my life to where I wanted it to go. I always had the idea that it's all working out for you. Everything happens for a reason. Rejection is redirection, which to some extent, like, I think those are positive affirmations to tell yourself so you can make anything work in your life. But at the same time, I don't think you should be so much go with the flow that you're not directing life to where you want it to go. I feel like we all need to have some like agency and accountability for who we want to be. And I just don't think I did that in my 20s. I think I just like let life happen to me a little bit, especially career wise. I was always focused on other things like friends or moving or yeah, just other things like dating. And I just wish I had believed in myself a little bit more. I wish I had believed more in my dreams. When you're in your 20s, you're so young and you're at the beginning, you can really direct your life to wherever you want it to go. I think we think that we are specific people and we're not. We can be whoever we want to be. I think life is more about becoming the person you want to be rather than sitting here and saying, this is who I am. And I wish I had thought more about the person that I wanted to become and believed in that person rather than letting people discourage me. I think I listened to other people's opinions about what I wanted to do a little too much, and I think I let people talk me out of things. I think I could have been successful doing whatever I wanted to do. I just think you have to have determination and be a little bit scrappy and just creative and figure things out. I think there are people who feel that there are certain industries you shouldn't go into because you're not likely to find a stable career in those industries. And I feel like it's not about that. It's about whatever drives you towards your own personal fulfillment and success. I think that's what we should be striving for, not about a career that's our passion or makes us happy, or a career that's maybe comfortable and stable and a little bit dull. I think it's about whatever drives and motivates us. And I think that we should take chances on our lives, like risks, and take a chance on ourselves because, we're worth it. We only have one life to live, and you don't have to do anything that anyone tells you to do. You can do whatever the hell you want to do in life. And at the end of the day, life is what we make it. So we're going to have challenges no matter what we do, no matter what direction we go into, no matter who we marry. We're going to always have problems. But that's not the point. The point is how do we overcome those problems? How do we find a creative solution for those problems? I would argue that a fulfilling life comes from having problems. It comes from growing. It comes from challenging ourselves. So I would sit here and encourage you to not aim to have no problems at all. I think that a lot of times they're very necessary for growth and for happiness and honestly to get to the next point, the next stage in life. And I think the most successful people embrace those things. They see them as a hump to get over and not something that stops them. So what I would tell my younger self is to believe in yourself, to go for what you want in life. You have so much potential, and to just go ahead and do it and do the things that other people won't, because that's what's actually going to help you, is when you do the things that other people wouldn't do. So I hope that helps. Thank you for listening and watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.